What's up guys, Optic Tommy here, bringing you some Modern Warfare 3 gameplay on the map Village. It's kind of weird, I think this might be my first sniper gameplay I've actually uploaded from Modern Warfare 3. And what a surprise, it's the Dragunov with the ACOG scope. I can't get enough of this thing, especially since it kind of worked out for me pretty well in Black Ops. It seems a pretty fun set to use in general. But I think this is one of the first times I'd actually used it, so I've still got the default ACOG scope, which isn't exactly great. But I do feel as though the ACOG got considerably buffed since the previous games, because I don't know about you guys, but I never found it all that useful in any of the previous games, to be honest. Black Ops, to a certain extent, it was alright, but only really on certain guns, like, you know, the Dragunov, for example. Actually, to be fair, in Modern Warfare 2, I kind of enjoyed using it on the WA2K, but apart from that, I never really found too much use for the ACOG scope, just because it takes up an attachment, obviously, so any of the red dot sights or holographic or whatever, I tended to stray away from just to make way for the other attachments like the heartbeat sensor or silencer, extended mags, anything like that really. But when it comes to the snipers, I'm pretty indifferent when it comes to those kind of attachments, so I figured the ACOG would be pretty fun to try out. But yeah, anyways, I don't really know the exact stats of the Dragunov and how it really compares to the others because honestly, I haven't dabbled in the snipers all that much. But this is an interesting little perk setup I kind of worked out for this thing. I think my perks in this are Recon, Assassin, and Marksman, I believe. Now these work kind of well because obviously Marksman's good with any kind of sniper because you're picking out people at long distance, i.e. what a sniper's meant for. And to be fair, like, it is a Dragunov and it's got an ACOG scope, but you can still get some pretty reliable one-hit kills as long as you aim high enough. Most of these kills in this game are probably going to be two-hit kills, but if you get them in the right spot, you can get a one-hit kill. And I mean, to be fair, this probably isn't the best of gameplays to choose because I don't know, maybe like 30% of my kills come from the Dragunov. But it's a start anyway, and I do mean to get some more gameplay with this thing. But I got the MP412 as my secondary. I don't know where all these challenges came from. Apparently I was right near the end of getting all these challenges completed, but yeah, about the perks I'm using here. So, like I say, Marksman's good. You can see all these red names appearing, so nice and easy to pick targets out, especially with the nice clear ACOG scope here. Now the other perk is Recon. I thought I'd touch on that for a bit. Now Recon's good because if you're picking off people at a long distance, especially with something like a Dragunov, which isn't all that likely to get one-hit kills, you can get one hit on them, and, you know, obviously because of Recon, the pro benefit of Recon is once you've hit them with anything, bullets or explosives, they will appear on the radar as if you've got a black bud up or something like that. So it's pretty damn good, and it does work quite well in conjunction with Hardline if you think about it. Because, you know, once you've tagged a guy, there's a good chance that even if you can't finish them off, someone on your team will, so you'll get an assist for that at least, and it'll count towards your kill streak, so yeah, although I chose Assassin this game for whatever reason, Hardline's also a pretty good choice for it, so definitely recommend giving that a go. But I mean, I wanted to talk about the perks in general over the COD series. That's always the thing that interests me the most. Whenever, you know, a new COD game's announced, the first thing that comes to my mind is, ooh, I wonder what the perks are going to be like this game. Because, you know, the guns don't really mean all that much to me. The names, yeah, I recognise a few favourites like the AK and the MP5 and whatever, but to me, I don't really mind about the guns too much. I don't really have any particular favourites. But it's always been the perks which have made it interesting for me. I mean, had COD not actually had any perks in the game, I probably wouldn't find it anywhere near as interesting, but I definitely think they give a nice kind of element to the game. I think that's what makes COD pretty interesting for a lot of people, that and the kill streaks. And there are some people who just wouldn't want perks in whatsoever, but hey. Regardless, I like the perk system in this game, and I kind of feel like they've improved every game in terms of the perks. There are a few oddballs, like in Modern Warfare 2 for example, but I mean in COD 4 we had the likes of Stopping Power, Juggernaut, which were pretty dominant perks in the second tier. You've always had that kind of 3-tier thing going on from COD 4 onwards. Again, I've never played before COD 4, so I can't really comment on them, but I don't think they had perks in COD 2, did they? COD 3 I have no idea, COD 1 I have no idea, but from what I can understand, COD 2 didn't have any perks. So from COD 4 onwards, Stopping Power Juggernaut seemed pretty strong in the first two games from there, so yeah, COD 4 and World at War I had those. Although I feel like World at War did add some new ones in. You had Flak Jacket, which I thought was pretty much on par with those two. And, you know, some pretty interesting additions to it as well, like Reconnaissance was interesting. Not great, but interesting nonetheless. And then, you know, you have the likes of Shades and Gas Mask, which by themselves weren't all that great, although I'm a big fan of putting the shades on. Gives you the actual shades of the character, I thought that was brilliant. But I mean, it was a nice step in the right direction because it kind of led to them, you know, designing Marksman Pro for Black Ops. And then, of course, it kind of got added onto Blast Shield for Modern Warfare 3, which is pretty much a combination of Flak Jacket and Marksman Pro, which is pretty damn cool. Do love that perk. But yeah, I mean, like I was saying, moving on to Modern Warfare 2, I feel like Modern Warfare 2 was really the sort of time when people started to experiment with the different perks in the game. And I guess the classic example I always go back to is when I used to play COD 4, I was a big fan of Search and Destroy. And there was this particular set that people used to love to run in Search and Destroy. I tried it a couple of times, and I have to agree it probably is one of the best sets you can run. But it was kind of run by maybe like 80% of people I'd run into. So it was the MP5 with silencer, red camo of course, gotta have that. Secondary, doesn't really matter, never saw it, but probably the M9. And the perks would be Frag ×3, Stopping Power, and Extreme Conditioning. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with running that kind of set. It's, you know, perfectly fine by me. I'm just saying, like, the fact that the game kind of persuaded people to actually use that kind of set over and over, and there wasn't really much variety in it, kind of tells you that there's some kind of imbalance in the perks. And like I said, no problem with those perks whatsoever, but when they kind of moved to Modern Warfare 2, it seemed like they made all the other kind of perks around Stopping Power, that kind of thing, a lot more viable, because you saw a lot more variety. Okay, admittedly, Modern Warfare 2 is a bit of an oddball because you've got the one-man army in there and the danger close, but aside from that, it seems a lot more balanced, which is why I kind of enjoyed Modern Warfare 2 a lot. Because I always kind of made it my thing on my channel to, I don't know, mess around with perks a bit, experiment a little bit, just for a bit of fun, a bit of variety on YouTube. Oh, speaking of which, little announcement to make. Ollie43's announced this on his channel pretty recently, but me and him have got some kind of project going where we're making some kind of random class generator. I've done my side of it, I'm just waiting for him to work his magic and do the design work, so should be looking good soon. Once that's up, I'll be doing some random class sessions, but yeah, anyways, regardless, back to what I was saying. We are coming towards the end here, guys, but I do want to get some more Dragunov ACOG gameplay, because this thing is pretty damn fun to use. But what I was going to say was, I feel like Modern Warfare 3 is the best one for me personally because of the perks. You got Marksman, you got Stalker, it's all good times, lots of interesting perks to mess around with, so yeah, that's my thoughts on the perk system of the game. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Final score is 37-3, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.